614 meters above the sea, lies the ancient town of Tusa, where an old bell tower reveals historic iron details, a stone cove, and more. This is a place where you'll discover an ancient castle wall and romantic walkways. So join us as we take you on a remarkable tour of an affordable Sicilian home with charming historic details. Ciao, benvenuti, and welcome back to our channel, Move to Italy Now. Well, for those of you who are looking for La Dolce Vita here in Sicilia, I think you can tell by the thumbnail that this video might just be for those of you who have a modest budget, but you're looking for something spectacular. You're looking for a change. Well, what do you think?
Point is, it's within your reach. And so today we're going to go back up to the very much in demand mountain town of Tusa. And we're going to show you something that is quite affordable. Naturally, there's going to be some work that's needed. But when you see the budget and you see what you get for it, we're going to tour two houses together. And so you get two for the price of one.
La Dolce Vita is possibile. It is possible. And you'll see why when you watch this video.
You heard what she said.
So
We are now going to tour not one but two adjacent small houses here. And I can't get this door open. This has not been opened for many years. And you'll see what I'm talking about. The structure it appears very solid. There are a couple of exceptions, and we'll go over that as we go through this tour. Here is just your panel, which isn't much of a panel, so it has the old energy, very low kilowatts. This here was set up, it could be a little half bath, but frankly, it could instantly become a laundry room. But look at your ceilings, all open beam. The beams are not in perfect shape. They are solid. I didn't notice any sponginess in the floor. So, but there are some areas that do need some attention, and we'll go over that as well. Back in here, I couldn't get this door open, but it's just a large ripostiglio or closet. Here again is another little closet under the staircase. So this is the entry. Now mind you, you see this entry here, but I want you to remember those doors there. See, right here. We're going to remember these doors as well. We're going to come up behind it, so you'll see that from inside. We couldn't get it open. So we're going to head down two stairs to the lower level here. We were just here, right? Okay. And then we come into a room that is really completely redone. The walls are, the plaster's fine. It's been painted. It's a new diamond pattern tile floor. Very nice. This entire wall here is also tile and nice. It's neutral colors, so it's not offensive to the taste of many. But this was set up here for your sink, so it would make a great spot for the kitchen. Now this is just an alleyway, and as you can see, it's a narrow alleyway. This is set up here for your air conditioner unit. It would be a separate unit for air conditioning. And then of course we have the open beam here, which these beams look in very good shape. Now, yeah, I can see, even though it's painted, I can tell by the grain pattern, this is either chestnut or oak, and they appear to be in good shape. They appear to be, which frankly for this age is quite remarkable. Now, We go there. By the way, there's no current in here, so there's no light. We're just reliant on the natural light from the few windows that we could even get open. Here's just a big closet. I tried to see if it could be converted into a half bath, but there's a low ceiling there. See that? So just forget that. But these walls have been completely redone. They're nice. They're really nice. Love the archway. And again, it's all that same beautiful diamond pattern tile, and it's in very good shape. Now look at the thickness of these walls. This isn't all of it, then even outside. So you're looking at nearly 3 feet of stone wall. Now, we're not blowing smoke at you here. This is still a project, but much work has been done. I just love how this is laid out. This is your other ingress here that we saw from outside. Now, this looks like a basin right here. It certainly is. Look at that. There's your rubinetto, your faucet right there. So I guess you wash your hands when you came in here. That's great. Boy, keep it just for the aesthetic, even if nothing else. But these double doors would be great. And I want you to see this too. I just noticed this. These steps here are stone. How nice. How nice. Okay, so we're going to go upstairs to look at the next level. And here you see there's a dip here, and then beautiful diamond pattern tile again. So what this needs is the massetto or mortar bed, and then you can continue your tile floor at the same level and without missing a beat. This is a nice size room, really nice size. Look at the roof. You can tell that it was redone. So there's a huge expense, a huge concern for you that you needn't worry about. But this has been redone. A lot of your big work has been done. This is not quite deep enough to be a closet space here, but it's a beautiful niche nonetheless. And here is the half bath up here, overlooking that beautiful street view. Isn't that something? Very nice. And this has all been redone. I like that. I like that very much. Look at that ceiling there. I am sorry to advise you that the shutters on this window, the cord broke when trying to raise it, so you cannot see the sea view from here with that in the way. However, we're going to show you from outside what that beautiful view is. It's a mountain view. You get to see at least one medieval village as well as the Mediterranean right out there. There's a little balcony as well. Wouldn't this make a nice master suite? Light from 2 sides. Again, nice archway. We're going to go down the stairs here. Since this was 2 houses, there are 2 sets of stairs because this is a bit private. So this could be a rental. It could be the private master suite. You've got a variety of possible uses here. Now this make a nice one step down. You got this recessed floor here with for a dining area. Wouldn't that be nice? Off of a large kitchen, or the dining area could be part of this kitchen area as well. You've got a niche here, which could be used for recessing cabinetry, refrigerator. And again, look at your open beam ceiling. So you can do a couple things here. You can scrape it and prime it and repaint it, or you can sandblast it and leave it the dark wood. And just spray on an impregnate, a stain, a clear stain actually, and then a couple finished coats on there. and you'll really get to enjoy the characteristic open beam ceiling. So having seen that portion of the house, we're going to walk out through here again and back to the door that we entered, but now this time we're going to turn and go up these stairs to, well, the other living space in this house. First floor we come up to. Wow, that's right. We're going to go up 2 steps to a nice size bedroom. And we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 meters by 1, 2, 3. So 24, 25 square meters, just this one room. There is some damage to a ceiling. It's a sheetrock ceiling, so they probably covered the open beam ceiling. This room has not been done. You can see the plaster has not been, wait a minute, wow. Oh, I believe this, you've got some rock here. Very nice, very nice. So I drop all this sheetrock here and see what I've got, first of all. The source is possibly the roof before it was replaced. Now, again, I couldn't open up these shutters, so we're gonna get a look from outside what the view would really be like. We have a very, very narrow balcony here off of this room. So anyway, it makes a nice big private room, 25 square meters. And then just this big landing area here. You put a desk with a computer, any number of things you want to do with that, but we're going to go up to the top floor of the second house. Now, the first house is just 2 levels. This second house is 3. So we're heading up here. You notice the hard finishes are great. Nice marble stairs. The floor is certainly adequate. So what you have up here now, again, is just 1 room and bathroom. This little terrazzo out here does not belong to this property. Sorry to disappoint you. But what I would do here is for the light, I would just finish this off with some frosted glass, so at least I get my light. And you always have the option to get a cross ventilation by having a window that functions, opens and closes. Here is your view. There's your sea view. There's the medieval town of Pollina in the distance. And we're going to just examine more about this room. This room has not been done. This roof here is for the other house, has not been redone and should be, but it's very, very little space. You're probably not looking at more than 30 square meters of roof. These beams are great, except this one. This one should be replaced. And the good news is that you can access it, so it's not going to be a problem. So I would definitely count this re-roofing as part of your project. And then you can redo these rooms, you know, the inner walls here. But here is your second bath. And again, this is brand new. They had been working on this, and I don't know what happened with these sellers. I will notice this, though, that there is an active stress crack here. So even though this happened since they put the tile in, so this absolutely has to be addressed. Yeah, this is crumbling here. So this is probably the only concern I have. When I say concern is that I don't have all the answers, but it needs to be explored. So here's your view right here. Absolutely beautiful, isn't it? So all the doors and windows need to be replaced. Nice to know that the plumbing is in for 2 full bathrooms, or 2 bathrooms anyway. You do have to address this roof, and because the roof needs replacing, it caused stress cracks because of water intrusion and expansion of that water in this wall. So there's some damage as a result of that that must be addressed. And you're going to want to factor that in to your budget to add to on top of the purchase price, the closing costs, as well as full budget for renovations. And here we are coming back down here. The fact that you have two separate entrances, you could divide this into two and have it as a rental. That would work very easily. You have two spaces for kitchens, and the potential is just overwhelming, isn't it? Just overwhelming.
Wide awake, all the memories are on replay. I reach for you, but you're thousands of miles away. Every heartbeat, every breath is filled with thoughts of you. I am so lost without you, and I don't know what to do. Sleepless nights, filled with all the things I didn't say.
So, what did you think about that tour? You know, I know that there's some people who find it very difficult to look at a home that's empty or clutter, for example, and see how they could actually put their furniture in there and sort of live, what kind of lifestyle. For those of you who are not able to see what that place could be, if you purchase the property and you need a little help, give us a call. I'll be up there to help you kind of figure out, some of the things that you can do with some of those rooms.
Well, you heard that offer? You heard that offer? You better grab it before she changes her mind. One of the comments that we've actually gotten several comments to this effect. There are many of you who are looking for those very case economiche, or economical houses. We don't say cheap houses here. That's understandable. They're very affordable. Most of them are a bit of a project, more or less. But we've gotten many comments about, why don't you do more in your comune instead of going out to Tusa, Santo Stefano, Reitano, and other places? Well, the answer, it's a twofold answer. There's two very good reasons that we don't do that much in Motta da Fermo. That's our comune where I got my citizenship. We've been in this comune over 5 years. And one of the reasons is that Motta da Fermo, while it's a quaint little medieval town, there's no more than 450 people, permanent residents, living there.
It's quaint.
Yeah, it may be a little too quaint for you. There's no gas station, no restaurants, no pizzeria, not much of anything going on. Now, we like to be transparent with our viewers, and so whenever someone is looking in Motta, we make sure that they understand these two good reasons. So that's one of them. The other reason is that the actual town of Motta da Fermo, while we're part of that comune, we're down by the sea. They're up at 1,000 meters above sea level. So what that means is that it's above snow line. It gets a little warmer in the summer and definitely colder in the winter. Now, why is that so much of an issue? Well, we have to be honest with you about this. The roads up there, all the roads accessing Motta da Fermo are very windy, and it's a rare thing to find a guardrail. Now imagine with a wet or icy road without guardrails, that is a safety concern. And so we wanted to be upfront with you about that. We have, and we will continue to show some homes in Motta da Fermo, but it's not all it's cracked up to be. You need to know, look behind the curtain, say. So we wanted to share that with you.
Yeah. So we don't want to deter anybody from moving there if that's what you're interested in doing. That's why we will continue to show places there. But again, we're just going to, show a few other places as well.
Right. We cover this whole zone, particularly from Cefalù to Capo d'Orlando. And there are many, many fine places with comfortable, well-maintained roads where that needn't be a worry.
So then, for those of you who have subscribed recently, we want you to know that we really appreciate your subscription, and we will do our best to continue to bring these types of properties to you. And if there's something that we are not showing that you're interested in, drop us a line. The information, Carlos's email is in the description all the way below. And let us know what it is that you are looking for. We'll do our best to feature those. For those of you who have subscribed long ago, we really appreciate you, and we thank you for the subscription. We notice the ones who have followed us from the very beginning, and we just want you to know that you are appreciated.
Very true. And for those of you who have not yet subscribed, how about you get on the ball and do that right now? We'd really appreciate it.
Thanks so much for watching.
Till next time, ciao for now.
Ciao. Alla prossima.